Hey folks, I wanted to talk about something I've been spending a lot of time with lately, which is the 3-string guitar, cigar box guitar, technically, although this is obviously not a cigar box. This is kind of a whole phenomenon that's going on in the guitar world right now. People have discovered that cigar boxes are fun and cool, but also that a 3-string guitar is not difficult to play. And even if you are a skilled 6-string player, it gives you all kinds of new possibilities. I am finding that I'm really enjoying this because I have to think about it if I want to do anything more than the basic fundamentals. I should give a shout out to Bill Polk of Ranch Box Guitars in Punta Gorda, Florida, that built this. You can find all of the parts of this. There are distributors out there that make kits and so forth. So like I said, it's a whole universe. And I just got back from the New Orleans Cigar Box Guitar Festival, where I did make top 10 in the video contest. That video is up on my YouTube on this channel with this guitar. So I want to talk about this a little bit. 3 strings, most people will tune those 3 strings root 5th octave, and the most common tuning is G, D, G. And notice that this is down here in the bass register, so this would be like your 3rd fret G on your low E string. That's like your open D, that's like your open G. So it's very much like being in open G tuning if you have ever played in open G. And so there's a lot of stuff that's just right here. If you take one finger or a slide, I'll do it with a finger right now. Just play all 3 strings and then bar. So these are just power chords. So that lends itself really nicely to also inside of that is you have a nice rhythm move. If I go on the open strings and just hit this 2nd fret of the middle string, the D string, now I have. And then from the bar, I can make a similar move on that middle string. So go from the bar, here's ring finger, here's pinky. So remember, open G essentially, not hard to figure out where you are if you start walking your way up the neck. Your 4-chord C is here, 5th fret. Your 5-chord D is here, 7th fret. So there's a lot you can do just going with this bar chord model, this power chord model, and then recognizing too that you have a D and G string that are set up just like your D and G in standard tuning on a 6. So that means that any licks on those 2 middle strings that you already might play are right here too. So say a pentatonic thing like, and of course we can walk up the string, so there are fingerings you already know, and it's worth taking the time because you don't have the same number of chordal options you would have on a 6-string. You really do need to use the linear aspect of it more, right? Because there's only so far you can go over here. Now there's a lot you can do with it. you see how all these good notes are right here, 3rd fret. And of course we've got 2 G strings, so this lick works here. You can do them together. So I mentioned the linear thing, and the first thing I think you would look at with that is say, okay, where's a scale, say on the high G. So you find your minor pentatonic, your blues scale, and then remembering that a fingering that worked in standard tuning works on this string set. So these 2-string pentatonic boxes all work. So that's this one, this one, this one, this one, and I guess that means I skipped one. So there's a lot you can do there if you're not afraid to move up and down. Now add to that I have a G chord here on the bottom, and if I find a major scale, well, that's pretty cool. Now this is treating it more like a dulcimer than a guitar in a lot of ways. But it sounds so good, and it's really easy to do. You just have to get comfortable with the sliding around, and there's more repeated finger than you might do on a 6-string. Got harmonics. And then if I play with that linear thing on a single string on my middle string, so I have now the root drones. You see that I ended up going into some thirds there, right? So coming out of your pentatonic box. And then here, 7 and 8, and then here, 10 and 12. I'm gonna leave this time. Don't remember any words. And there's so much. There's so many licks that just fall out of this, and all that open G stuff is right there too. Like I said, I've been enjoying these a lot, and not just doing the bluesy stuff, but also the sweeter, more major key things and writing on it. So I'm going to be posting more things about 3-string guitar. And I've got a couple more. One of them needs a tweak right now, but what I'm thinking, people collect these just for the cool factor, of course. But if you had 2, one in GDG tuning, and one in AEA tuning, you can cover a lot of keys with that. It's relatively easy to find the key of the 5, so if I'm in G, I can play in D, and I'll get into that in another stream. I don't want to throw out too much information. There's lots to get into here. But you can play open chords here too, so like, if this is a G, this is a C, so is this. this is a D. Sorry, no, it's not. That's the C. What was the? There it is, D7. So G, or G, C, or C, D, or D7, G. So I can go in the key of D, D, G, A, N. So there are ways also that you can find essentially bar chords, like this is a reach, but that's an A major, that's an A minor. So I'll return to all of that, excuse me, developing a set of lessons on the three-string guitar, partly just because I'm having so much fun with it myself, but also because I think you can learn a lot from the reset, and like I said, the cool factor is undeniable. One more time, a shout out to Bill Polk of Ranch Box Guitars in Punta Gorda, Florida, for creating this for me. You can, as I said, find these parts in kits, and where people's creativity comes in is the choices they make. What pickups are you going to use? What kind of bridge are you going to use? And I am just on the playing end, enjoying all that creativity. Thanks for watching, folks. Like I said, you can look out for more three-string guitar content coming soon. Let's see if I can find that stop button.